we can talk about my books. So for like a long time I've just been kind of wanting to like sit down and talk about my books because I like books and I want to talk about my favorite ones. I have like a couple favorites here. Some of them aren't my favorites. They all just fell. I just really like them. I'm not gonna go in any specific order. Well, actually, the last one is my favorite. I'll actually probably start with one of my least favorites out of here. And that is the one and only Summer I Turned Pretty. Don't get me wrong, okay? They're good. They're good, okay? But I feel like the first book was really good, and I really enjoyed it. I read it, like, super quickly, like, one day. And then the other two were, like, 3 stars. Because they just weren't as good. Like, they felt, like, really dragged out and just, like, kind of unnecessary. I don't know. Like, I feel like the ending of the last one was kind of, like, the only thing that saved it for me, because other than that, I didn't like it. Because I don't like Jeremiah. If you're Team Conrad, leave. Leave. Anyways, yeah, so Summer I Turned Pretty. I feel like a lot of people have read these, so I feel like it's, like, a lot of people know what it is. So that's always really fun. I'm also gonna put these back on the shelf as I go because I made a really big mess of my shelves. The Outsiders. I feel like a lot of people have not read this book. It's really fun, actually. It's about a group of teenage boys, and it's set like in the 80s because it was written in the 80s. I'm pretty sure it might be 60s actually. It's 80s. So forget everything I just said. It's 80s. And they accidentally kill someone. These 2 kids accidentally kill someone, so they have to leave town and not come back. And quite a bit happens throughout the whole thing. Plus, it's kind of funny. Like, a lot of it is really funny because the boys just, like, have good humor or whatever. So that's always fun. We'll just do this one next. The Leaving. I rated this 3 stars. I liked it. It was really, really interesting. It was a really interesting concept. And I want to say whoever thought of this, well, I guess it would be the author, is really, really, creative. Basically, it's about these 6 kids who get taken in kindergarten during a school shooting. And then 11 years later, 5 of them return, and they have to figure out what happened to the 6th one, where all of them went, but basically none of them remember what happened in the 11 years that they were gone. Like, they can't remember anything. So, it was really interesting. And I recommend, I guess. Okay. I need you to not say anything about the next one, okay? And if you agree with this one, I love you. I love you. I do. That's all I have to say. Hamlet. Hear me out, okay? I know it's like poetry and like hard to read, but it's really entertaining. It really is. And it's a really good story. But yeah, I recommend this literally to everyone. Unless you're like, if you don't enjoy like the poetry style, like Shakespeare and stuff, then I guess don't read it. But even like, I don't really enjoy reading that, and I still really loved this. But yeah, but like, I like Romeo and Juliet too. That's on my shelf, but I didn't take it out because it's not one of my favorites, but like, I like it, you know? Like, I think it's good. Next, Caraval. I think this book is so good and so fun. I just think you should read it. I have the whole trilogy. I've read them all. I think they're so good. And there's this one character in here, and I love him. I won't give his name because I kind of like, I don't know. I don't want to like spoil anything. But yeah, these 2 sisters, Scarlett and Tella, they get invited by legend to go, I'm trying to remember because like I read it like a long time ago kind of, they get invited to go to Carvel, which is like a game, kind of, and whoever wins at the end gets a big wish. It gets kind of dangerous. That's why it's thick. But it's really fun, and it's a really good book, and I recommend it. And look, there's like these little letters. Like that. Which are so fun. I don't know why, I just love them. I don't know. And then, Once Upon a Broken Heart. This is the only one I've read out of the trilogy. This was so good. I actually loved this so much. I don't know if I like it as much as Carvel, but I do love it. The reason why I have not read the next two, I haven't read the second one because I wanted to read Carvel before this, and I accidentally read this book first, so then I decided to catch up on Carvel, and now I'm gonna go back to this. So I haven't bought the second one yet because I just finished finale like a couple weeks ago, and then I haven't bought the third one yet because it just came out, so like I think on October 9th. So yeah, and I went to the bookstore today and they didn't have it. So kind of annoying, but it's fine. So yeah, I love this book. Also the cover, I love it. And the second one's purple. I think you should read this. But I do know that Jax is one of the loves of my life. And he's like the main love interest in this. So, yeah. Also, the way that it ended was really crazy, so I really want to get the second one like as soon as possible. Okay, next is One of Us is Lying. I kind of don't like the cover that much, so I'm gonna take it off for right now. But I also don't like this either because it's kind of ugly, but whatever. So One of Us is Lying. You've probably heard of it. It's a murder mystery. It's basically these 4 stereotypical high schoolers. You have the smart one, the bad boy, the preppy cheerleader, popular girl, and then like the athlete. And they're all like very that. Okay, none of them are really likable. I like Nate, but that's like basically it. And I like Cooper too. But anyway, besides the point. The point is that like none of them are too likable because they all have something about them that is really annoying. And one day they're all put in detention for something they didn't do with a boy named Simon who dies during detention. And they are all like suspects for the entire book until you figure out who did it. I predicted the whole thing in the first page because I was just kind of making a joke, but I actually did get it right, so yeah. If you predict it, I'm sorry, but it is kind of predictable. But I feel like it's still a good book, and I think you should still read it because it's funny. Parts of it is funny. There's like this one joke that they make at one part. It's like halfway through the book probably. It's funny. I don't know. That's like what I remember. Shatter Me. I love Shatter Me. I've read the first book twice. Once the first round, and then twice I read it because I went through and absolutely violated it. It's really colorful. Let me find a good page that's like really like has like all the colors on it. You've probably heard of this book. It is really popular. Like really popular. Like look at that. It's gorgeous. Anyways, basically it's about this girl, Juliet, who can't touch anybody because when she does, they basically become paralyzed. She like sucks the energy out of them until they die. So she's put into a asylum. Anyways, and it's really fun and it's really good and the romance is really good and the characters are really good. And I actually hate one of the characters. But you don't hate that character until like book 3. So Up until then, you love that character. So if you read it, you know who I'm talking about. You know exactly who I'm talking about. If you haven't, don't worry about it. And if you haven't, go pick it up because it's really good. Oh, also it's a series, so I haven't finished the series. One book left, so I'm really excited to read it. Oh, I only have like 3 more favorite books. Kind of sad. My next is If He Had Been With Me. This book is really good. It didn't make me sad, which I was really disappointed about, because I wanted to, like, I was reading on a road trip, so I wanted to literally be in the car, like, bawling my eyeballs out while reading this, because it was raining on the way, like, in the car. Like, everything was hitting, and it didn't make me sad at all. And I was recording my reaction to the ending and everything because I knew that the ending was going to be, like, the sad part, and it was the sad part, but it didn't make me sad. I mean, it was, like, sad, I guess, but, like, I didn't have a reaction to it, so I deleted the video because I recorded it, but I don't know. It was a good book, though, and I do recommend, and it would probably make it probably makes everyone cry. I just don't cry. I wish I did. I just don't, so. Next we have another sad book that did not make me cry. Really annoying, but it was really good anyways, and I'm actually rereading it right now. All the Bright Places. I think this book is so good, and Theodore, the main character, is hilarious. I will say I did not like the movie. I don't recommend it. I think Theodore was funny in the movie. I do. But I think he's better in this, and I also think that the whole story is better, and they did not make the whole story, they didn't put the whole story in the movie. So, that was really disappointing. Like, some of, like, my favorite parts weren't in the movie. Like, there's this one part where Finch and Romer, the bully, get into a really bad fight. And it's so funny and, like, so entertaining, and they didn't put it in the movie, and I was so upset. And then there's another part that's, like, really cute, where he, like, does something so cute with Violet, and they didn't put it in the movie. Like, it's disappointing. I know, like, they can't put everything in the movie, but, like, come on. Come on. Another sad book that I read that was actually really good. I haven't watched the movie yet, but, 5 Feet Apart. That was really good. I don't have it because I borrowed it from a friend, but it was good. Not much to say about that. Yeah, I don't know. Last but not least is actually my favorite book out of all of them. And I think that everyone deserves to have one of these in their life. It's actually only like $15 on Amazon, on sale, so you can get it for a pretty affordable price, next day shipping, you know. I actually spent like all of my money on it, so.
But if you're not broke like me,
then you can probably get it. The Big Book of One Direction. My absolute favorite book that I own. It actually sits on display. Oh my gosh, no way I opened up to Louis. No freaking way. That was so much fun. Whoa. Oh, okay, I can't even open this while I'm on camera because it's actually embarrassing. I'm gonna put them back where they belong, which is actually really messy right now, but we actually don't need to talk about it because I don't see it important to talk about it, so we're not going to. We're just gonna put them back. They actually stare at me every time I'm sitting down here. But anyway, yeah, those are all my favorite books right now. I'm sure I'll have a lot more. Let me know if I should like do this more often because I read a lot. Christmas is coming up, so I'm sure I'll have lots of new books. So yeah, just let me know if I should do more of these, or if it's boring, or whatever, really. Even if you say it's boring, I'll probably do more just for my pleasure. So, yeah. Anyways, thanks for watching. Oh, oops. My phone was charging. Thank you for watching, and I hope that you have a lovely day, or night, or morning. I don't really know when you're watching this. I don't know. For me, it's night, obviously. It's like 9 p.m. right now, but not that you asked. But anyway, me and the boys say bye. That was so cringy. Oh my god.